Okay, today is Monday, May the 8th, and it's raining. Pretty chilly out too, but there is some really nice weather on the way. Almost a little too warm. I saw like some 90-degree days in like the 10-day forecast, so I don't really know what the future holds weather-wise, but I think we're in for some drier, warmer weather, which is great. So this doesn't bother me at all. Unlike last year, where I did this for just like weeks on end. It was crazy. Just wanted to document some of the things that I have going on. Down there I'm seeding some parsley from last year, and the sage plants are down there as well. Those are the sage plants that I grew last year, and I overwintered them in the attic along with the catnip. There's the catnip. Now the catnip looks super sparse, but I just trimmed all of the leaves off of it. It got real leggy, so I'm trying to rejuvenate these plants. And inside, under the cutting board, and there's like an LED light in the kitchen, I have the cuttings from this plant and also from the spearmint plant, which is actually out back right now, but it's raining too hard to go out there right now. So anyway, I also plan to take those catnips out of these pots and sort of break up the roots a little bit and give them larger pots. So, but you can see. Can I get it to focus? There we go. You can see it's starting to leaf out a little bit, which is great. That's the goal. This one's looking a little rougher. It's got a couple right there, but the rest of the stalks in that planter look dead to me, but anyway. Okay, let me actually close this door, even though I love the sound of that rain. It's a little chilly, so I wanted to heat up a little bit in here. I have the lights on a timer, and it turns off around like 3 o'clock. It comes on at like, I think 5 a.m. and goes off around 3. But anyway, I turned them back on just so I could get some footage here. I worked today, so this is my first visit out here, and I was just checking on things. And I wanted to honestly document for myself, because I've already caught myself going back and watching the videos that I made last year. And there were a couple things that I forgot about. And so I find this is actually a really helpful way to journal about what's going on in the garden. So a couple things. Basically, all of the seedlings here on this row and up here, although the top row doesn't have as much action going on yet. I sowed all of these seeds, all but like I had to replant some Cresspedia, and I planted them all into the dirt on April 29th. It was a Saturday. It's funny, you can see my calendar from April, which was totally chaotic with like the surgery and all the appointments leading up to it and all my symptoms and just, ugh. And then I flipped to the month of May and it's just like, oh, like totally clear. Oh my God, this is more my speed. So I'm super stoked that that's behind me. That went very well. I don't have anything to worry about. So yeah, no cancer in this girl's life right now. So hallelujah. Okay, moving on. Yeah, so May, let's see here. We're at the 8th. So what is that? That's like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So everything here is 2 weeks old except for the Cresspedia, which hasn't actually come up yet. There's one plant that I'll show you that is up, but I disturbed it and I don't know if it's going to make it actually. I had dug it up unknowingly. Okay, so let's see here. I'll move this back. Over here, first up, Cresspedia. These are also known as drumsticks, I think? Drumsticks. They're these really beautiful flowers that come up on a very tall, straight stem with like a ball of yellow flowers and a perfect sphere at the top, and they're really great for drying. So I had a couple seedlings come up that had germinated, and lo and behold, after I brought these catnips over there in from outside, a big slug came in on one of the pots and came and wiped out several of my seedlings and took all my craspedia, which was like a total disappointment because out of everything I was most excited about those. Anyway, when I was replanting yesterday, I dug up one that had been germinating under the soil there. So as you can see, there is one there, but it looks really weak and I don't think it was ready to like pop up yet. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. Anyway, moving on. I also planted some pincushion and love in the mist, and those haven't come up yet, and I don't know if they will. Back when I used to work at an assisted living facility, I remember a lady named Patricia Pickner gave me these seed packets. She was like cleaning out her room, and she gave me these seed packets from like a seed swap, and I don't know how old they were, but over the years I've been germinating them a little bit, and I haven't had any like really great luck. I think one year I got one pincushion to bloom. It was like one single flower. The plant really struggled in the heat, and I haven't mastered them yet, but also I'm working with really old seeds, so we'll see if anything comes up there. This entire 6-pack tray is marigolds, and I did not get a lot of germination here, but you know what? I think the slug actually took out a couple of them. Hard to say for sure, but usually I have a better germination rate on these guys, and right now I have 4. So, I mean, it's better than nothing, but I'll probably plant a few more if I don't see the additional germination in the next few days. Okay, this cell is definitely zinnias, and it's I have a couple varieties of zinnias. Sorry, I'm trying to catch a fungus gnat. Damn those fungus gnats. I'm not going to catch them. Sorry for the erratic video. Anyway, yeah, so I'm doing a couple varieties this year. I'm trying the State Fair. So that's State Fair, that 6-pack. Over here, these are... Oh, these are just California Giants, and these are my seeds that I saved from like 2 years ago. And there we go. Not as much germination there, but that's okay. They were older seeds. I'm also trying Zinnia Luminoso Elegans. And I'm also trying Zinnia Cut and Come Again. These are supposed to be smaller. So I'm super excited about that. Lots of zinnias. And this one back here, all 6 cells here are something called Feverfew, which is like a daisy. And I take Feverfew every day in a capsule form, and I tried it because I thought it would help with my migraines, but it did not touch my migraines, which are more hormonal, I think. They're not so much tension headaches, which I think Feverfew helps with tension headaches more. I think that's what I gather. Anyway, it didn't touch my headaches, but it totally helped the arthritis I have in my hip. And it's amazing. And I was like, I need to grow this and just make my own capsules. So I'm going to see if I have any luck here. I believe it's a perennial. I believe it is. So once I get it established, I think it will come up every year, but we'll see. I do need to double check that. I'm pretty sure it's a perennial. Over here, we've got the Cosmos, and the slugs, the slug, I should say, definitely wiped out 1 or 2 of them. I haven't had a lot of germination though on the Cosmos double click. That's those 3 rows there. I only have 1 viable seedling, so I'm going to replant those seeds and hopefully have better luck. But the Cosmos Dazzler variety, I have a few, so that's great. I've got a couple lacinato kales, and here I ran a experiment. I had some zucchini seeds, some older, some newer, and so on each side of the pot I put 2 seeds, and only 1 came up from the newer batch. but it looks like a pretty healthy plant so far, and I'm excited about that. It's funny, I always plant more than one zucchini when I'm starting seeds, and I only ever get one viable plant, so this is just par for the course in my operation. I'm trying a new kind of cucumber this year, the gherkin hocus. These are the tiny ones that people make pickles out of, and you can eat them fresh too, but yes, every single seed germinated, which is great. They are yellowing a little bit, and I think, and so were the zinnias, but I'm letting them dry out. This is what I had forgotten from last year, which is that I kept them way too wet last year, and basically it suffocates the plant, and it doesn't allow the plant to pull up any nutrients from the soil, and it can't breathe. So I'm letting these dry out quite a bit more before I water again. Just have an itch there. Okay, so in the very back, I've got my 6-pack of teddy bear sunflowers, and it's weird. Only one side has germination, and the other side is nothing. So I might plop a few more seeds into the ground, or into the soil, I should say. But at least I have a few, and they look really green and healthy. So I have to say, teddy bear sunflowers are always like a huge thrill when they come up. They're always very green and healthy. I never have problems germinating them. They're just like really easy seeds to propagate. Okay, so let me just get up a little closer here. Okay, now I have 2 containers of lemon balm I'm trying for the first time this year, and I do have some seedlings down there. That's what they look like at 2 weeks old, and I didn't know it, but I've accidentally planted 2 containers worth, which is so weird. It was just like a total glitch in my mind. When I was all finished, I was like, wait a minute, I've got 2 of these? So anyway, 2 containers. And here was another experiment with Mexican midget tomato seeds. I had saved seeds from my harvest last summer, and I also had some old seeds from the original seed packet, and I put them on either side, and lo and behold, the seeds that I processed came up better. So that's so great. I'm really excited about that, actually, because with tomato seeds you have to soak them to get the gel off, and they sort of ferment for a day or two, and then you rinse them clean and dry them. And I never know if I do it right, but so far the 2 times I've tried it has worked, so it's not rocket science and nothing to be scared of, and it's really quite successful. So I couldn't be happier about that. The red Russian kale is really not really doing much. There's one little seedling down there that seems like it's like out of the dirt. I don't know what I did here. It's like almost like I didn't bury them deep enough. I might have to redo the red Russian kale. These are peppers. Oh, I should have wrote the variety down. These are a smaller pepper. Last year I did bullnose peppers, but this year I'm trying a smaller variety so that it ripens quicker. And these are going to take a little while longer, so I'm not expecting those to pop just yet. This will be lemongrass, which also has not popped yet. This whole tray will be basil, if I'm blessed with basil. The rest of these, well actually no, some of them have some seedlings, but parsley, no. This is a long germinator, so nothing there. And this back one is the mystery yellow flowers. I was walking by someone's yard and saw this beautiful yellow plant going to seed, and I was like, let me try that next year. And so I grabbed a couple seeds and threw them in the ground there, and we'll see if they germinate. Time. Just a few. I tried not to go so crazy with it, but now I'm wondering if I shouldn't have just put a few more seeds in here. I think I should have, actually, so maybe I'll do another planting of thyme. I'm doing another fresh planting of sage, has not come up yet. I'm trying Greek oregano this year, and it's germinated, very, very tiny. I'm trying yarrow from seed. It's like the classic traditional white yarrow, very medicinal. I've got some black-eyed Susans, also known as Rudbeckia. And these haven't come up yet, but these will be rosemary. So yes, lots going on here. Probably a lot of these things will go into pots this year. And I'm going to try to get some of our garden boxes fixed up. I really should be focusing solely on infrastructure, but I just can't help myself. I was telling my sister that I can't have a summer without flowers, so I planted some, along with a couple other things. Really, I can't have a summer where I don't grow things. I mean, it just doesn't feel right. So, anyway, a very peaceful, rainy end to a good day. Very early May. Wish I could go around back and film the chamomile and the roses, which are about to pop, by the way. The roses, that is. But I'll save that for another time. Okay. Over and out for now.